And I know that I made you get up early for this, and I apologize.
You did.
I don't get out of bed before... I'm a 7:30 guy.
I'm usually like 8:30.
8:30?
Yeah.
Well, I was up at 5 today.
That's gross.
Yeah. But our stock coach has a early morning Wednesday class, and I figured if I'm just sleeping, I should probably get up and do the class.
No.
So I did, and he made funnies about me. Like, look who's joining us at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I slept like shit last night too, so.
Just all the nerves anticipating being on the Endless Endeavor.
Oh yeah, it's totally about this, for sure.
Why were you not sleeping good last night?
All the fucking shit.
Just life shit?
Yeah, that shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we don't need to talk about that shit.
Yeah.
You know we're already going.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, now you do. Yeah, we don't air out personal shit on the podcast because we all have it. Sometimes I go a little deep and I'm like, dude, whoopsies.
Yeah, sometimes you're just like, fuck it, we ball.
Yep. So you've listened to the show. You know how I do it. It's not an interview. It's just a discussion.
Yeah.
And I like having cool, interesting people on. I also like the story of... what you did 15 years in law enforcement. Now you've chose to move on.
Yeah.
But you've had a very interesting career. I shouldn't say unlike most cops, just very different than most cops.
Yeah, not your traditional law enforcement.
Yeah. So I want to dive into that. I also want to, before we wrap it up, remind me, I want to get the alligator story.
Okay.
Right? You're not on any NDAs or any bullshit like that, are you?
No, there's no charges.
Okay.
The alligator's dead. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I like to start out who you are, where you're from, what you're all about, kind of your journey that led you into that career path.
Okay.
And then we just have fun with it. And anytime we need fillers, if we're just looking at each other like, oh, fuck, what do we say now? We just talk about jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
We make it easy.
My eyes are screaming help. Help me out.
Yeah. I got you. I'm almost a professional at this point. Also, people, go buy my book. Please. It's out now, and it's awesome.
Yep.
And I'm a little biased, but that's because it's mine, so I should be. So go buy it.
Yeah, you absolutely should.
All right, go ahead, dude.
All right. Well, I'm Megan. I am from Louisiana, 36 years old. Started in law enforcement when I was 22. I only have one other person in my family that is in law enforcement, and that's my uncle. And I think it's important to explain like how I got into law enforcement.
Of course. Yeah. Because, I mean, a 22-year-old girl with no family in the profession.
Yeah.
I don't think that's your normal candidate.
It's very weird because I was like a very meek and mild person.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like, I don't know. I wasn't very talkative. I've always been very introverted. So it was very out of the norm. My parents like looked at me and laughed when I told them that I wanted to be in law enforcement. But it all started, I think it was in like 8th grade or 9th grade. We had to do a research paper on whatever career that we wanted to do. And Google was like, I don't know what year this is. Math is not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Google was just starting to be a big thing to use. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get on Google and like see what career I want to choose to do this fucking paper on. And I don't know what I Googled, but there was an ad in like the corner of the screen. And it was these two people in the Tyvek, like bunny suits.
Mm-hmm.
We called them bunny suits. And there's like blood spatter all over this like garage door. And they're documenting it or doing whatever with it. And I was like, what is that? That looks really cool.
You say you were in 8th grade?
Yeah, it was like 8th or 9th grade.
Yeah, so 14, 15 years old.
Yeah. And I would say like, 13 or 14. So click on the ad. Probably got a bunch of viruses from it on my parents' computer, but I did my research paper on that, and it was about crime scene investigations. And after that, I was sold.
What was the ad targeting? Literally, like
no
careers in it?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
Maybe those bunny suits? Who knows?
They might have been selling bunny suits. I have no idea.
It's just a picture that intrigued you, huh?
Yeah, and
okay.
I don't even remember like how I got to crime scene investigations after that. Maybe it was a link talking about it, or maybe I had to Google something. I don't remember.
So let me get this right. Let me just connect the dots here.
Yeah.
13-year-old girl sees a picture of blood splattered all over garage door, and you said
Spattered.
spattered. Oh, it's not splattered.
No, there's no
There's
L.
no L.
No.
Okay. You got to be a crime scene investigator to know that, huh?
Yeah.
You saw blood spattered all over, and you said, That's me.
it.
That's it.
Cool. Yeah. Yes. And it's so strange because I was not into like
Gore and shit.
No, I'm not. I wasn't one of those kids that would like go into the woods and like pick up animal skulls and stuff. I would totally do that now. I would absolutely do that
You've
now.
been hanging out with Tyler too much, huh?
Yeah. Like the fucking Washington woods do something to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was it. I was sold. I was like, this is crazy. I want in on that. I want to see what that's like.
So from that moment forward,
That was always plan A.
that was the direction you were called to.
Yeah.
It's always fascinating to me when people like my buddy Andy Stump talks about how he had a calling to be a SEAL since he was like a little tiny boy.
Yeah.
And then he went and did it.
Yeah.
Because most people are just like, oh fuck, what's next? Okay, you know? That's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah. And I felt very lucky, especially when I got into college. Very lucky that I knew what direction I was heading. And because a lot of people don't know what they want to do, even in college, they're still trying to figure it out. So I felt very lucky that it was always a plan A. Never had a backup plan. I was like, this is it. I'm not going to fail. Mm-hmm. So, my uncle, the only family member in law enforcement, he retired from New Orleans PD.
So he's seen some shit.
Oh yeah, the dude's crazy. I love him so much.
If you do a career in New Orleans,
Yes.
you'll exit that crazy.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, there's a story about a Leatherman tool that I could tell you later.
Okay, I'll circle back to that.
Yeah. So I tell him, hey, this is what I found out. This is what I saw. I did my paper on. I'm very interested. So he didn't work in their crime lab, but he had worked there for so long. He knew everybody. Mm-hmm. So he got me in to shadow their crime scene people for one whole day. And of course they couldn't take me on like, I'm sure it's an OPD. I'm sure they had homicides going on at the time, but I couldn't go on those. So we went on.
We're going to take 14-year-old girls to see dead people.
Well.
Oh, they are. Okay.
So scene wise, we just went to like some property crimes, like a stolen vehicle recovery, residential burglary, those. And then I went to my first autopsies, and it was like, if anybody's listening that has ever been to an autopsy in New Orleans for like in law enforcement or whatever, it is creepy as shit. The building was very old. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know what the top part of the building was, but it was in a basement. And it's weird that New Orleans building had a basement. But you go down this elevator, and we were in the elevator, the doors open, and immediately to the left was this like gurney with a body on it that still had the IVs connected to him. He's dead. Mm-hmm. Like there's nobody else around. He's just chilling.
And this is while you're a kid shadowing.
Yeah, I'm like 13 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, and my uncle is with me.
I always knew there's a little crazy in you. There might be a lot of crazy in you. Like, hey, there's this dead guy. I'm all in.
I know, it's weird. It's very weird. But I mean, what can I say?
What was that like, seeing that as a 13-year-old? Because most 13-year-old girls, that's the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, it was very strange, because that day there was 3 autopsies going on at one time, and they were all in one room together. And it was very jarring, because you walk in and there's jazz music playing. Everybody's like upbeat, laughing, joking while they're working.
Yeah, they're just at work.
Right. Because you have to.
Of course.
I understand it now. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all, like, all these people, like, one of those people killed themselves, and then the other 2 people were shot and murdered, and y'all are listening to jazz music, like, joking and stuff.
Oh, so that it was a suicide and 2 homicides.
Yes. Yeah, it was a suicide by hanging and 2 homicide by gun.
Okay.
And then I'm just watching.
Do you remember anything about the actual victims that like stuck with you?
No, the only thing that I remember was the color of their skin
Okay.
because it was very gray. And I was like, that is not a normal human color that I've ever seen.
Were they all white people?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So even black people.
Oh, yeah.
The skin is turning gray.
Yes.
Okay.
Like very.
Is that racist to say even black people skin turns gray?
No, I mean, I think that's a valid question if you don't know.
Hey, we're just talking truth here.
Yeah.
So if it offends you, sorry.
White people get whiter.
Actually, if it offends you, fuck you.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, white people will get whiter and then black people will get gray.
Okay.
Their skin will get like more gray. So, but I think that's a valid question.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you don't know. So, and I was just beside myself. Like I was a zombie. I was just watching it all happen. I wasn't freaked out per se. Like there was a part of me that was very interested in what was going on, but I had no warning about what this was going to be like. Mm-hmm. So they're using.
Was your uncle with you, or is he just like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was with me for that part. But kind of, this is normal to him.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long he had been doing law enforcement at that time. And my uncle and I have a very good but strange relationship. We're very close. Mm-hmm. And I think we're closer now because we both understand each other's like law enforcement brain.
Yeah.
Or our fucked up brain, basically.
Yeah, kind of the dark shit that you went through.
Yeah.
You say it's normal, but I was in law enforcement for 10 years. I've never been in a room with 3 autopsies going on simultaneously while people are dancing to jazz music.
Yeah. I guess. It is a very like niche area of law enforcement crime scene. And they're using like, the only other thing that stuck out to me that I still remember is that they were using kitchen utensils to like a kitchen ladle to ladle out blood from the abdominal cavity.
Fuck, it's just like gravy, huh?
Yeah.
Like a gravy ladle.
Yeah.
You're expecting some state-of-the-art titanium.
Little like suction thing or something.
Yeah.
No. It's a stainless steel, soup ladle. And a measuring cup because they got to measure the volume of blood.
Okay.
That was in the abdominal cavity. I'm not a doctor. I don't fucking know why. But they do. They measure everything. They measure all the organs.
Well, I mean, I think it probably leads to substantial proof of internal bleeding and everything that they can document they're going to. You know, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Very true. You did it for 15 years, so I'm sure that you have ladled out plenty.
But like, it doesn't matter to me how much somebody bled out. I know that they bled out.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
but as a doctor's perspective, I guess you have to be, you know,
I guess it can prove that's what caused the fatality.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because this volume of blood was lost.
Yeah. And I don't have to prove any of that.
Okay.
And then the last thing that was very jarring was to crack the ribs, they use hedge clippers. So like,
jeez.
Yeah, just like, you know, I'm assuming they're called hedge clippers. They have like a little blade like this,
and
they
shit
just
you buy
like
at Home Depot.
Yeah.
To trim your fucking garden.
Yeah. Like trim branches and stuff like that. And they're just
and I can imagine it sounded pretty.
Crack. It's gnarly.
Have you trimmed ribs with hedge trimmers since?
No, I have not.
That's okay. So that's not a common practice, or
well, I didn't do it. That is very common.
That's common if you're the guy cutting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been able to be hands-on in an autopsy in way of like holding organs because I'm very curious. Each organ feels different and has a different density and like slipperiness and stuff. I don't know.
Hey, I want to know. Hey, why'd you get into crime scene investigations? I wanted to learn about the slipperiness of each organ.
Is it squishy? You know?
Thank you for pulling the curtain back to your crazy a little more. We already knew it was in there.
Don't put me in an institution. I'm fine. I'm good.
So, I mean, dude, I've been around plenty of dead bodies. The thought of just taking pruners and chopping someone's chest cavity open.
It's wild.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, you'll meet my buddy Sheely. He's one of my best friends. He's a doctor. Mm-hmm. He said when he was in medical school, they would do, people that would donate their bodies to science.
Yeah.
would be on the table for whatever they were learning that day. And then they would take volunteers, and he said he would always volunteer for this, and say, all right, a couple of you guys stay behind and prepare the bodies for cremation. Preparing the bodies for cremation means taking a hacksaw, cutting them off at the shoulders, the hips, and the head, because the cremation box was little. And
Why was it little? What?
Ease of transportation down to the,
God.
what's it called? The infirmatory or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Crematorium.
Crematorium. And it's like, so you're just beheading people? Like
That's
was someone's grandma, and now
that's a
she's
little-
just going in a box. I'm like, dude, I've never been bothered by dead people, but I also don't think decapitating old ladies is something that I'm really down with.
No, that would definitely add a layer of trauma that I'm not.
That's kind of what I was
I'm
thinking.
good.
Or is it just like, I mean, I guess for the doctors and for what are the guys called that are actually performing the autopsy? What's their position?
So there's the doctor. So in Louisiana, we have coroners. We don't have medical examiners.
Okay.
So but coroner's an elected position. It's very political. The person that works under them is the pathologist. That's the actual doctor who is in the autopsy room, making his observations, cutting organs, dissecting organs.
Okay.
And then you have the morgue techs that help cut the bodies open.
Okay. Because I would bet after 10 autopsies, it's just like a mechanic changing brake pads or something.
Yeah. It's very...
it's very mechanical
Yeah.
and it's a job.
Yeah, because the specifics of every case is a little bit different, but a body is a body. Mm-hmm. And so...
Well, and if you start thinking about like, oh, this is somebody's mom, it's like...
Oh, no.
What's the point?
Don't
What
do
good?
that.
Yeah, what good does that do anybody?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the...
So then we'll just keep going on the timeline. At the conclusion of that first thing, you were obviously more intrigued because you continued on that path.
Yes. Because it was kind of a test, and I think my uncle kind of, in a way, threw me to the wolves that day. Because if I couldn't handle that, I wasn't going to be able to handle a career in crime scene.
I wonder if that was his plan.
Maybe it's subconsciously, because it seems a little harsh to throw a 13-year-old girl to the wolves, but it wasn't done maliciously.
It's reality though.
Yeah, it wasn't malicious. It was, this is a thing.
Yeah, this is what you're saying you want to do. Come take a look.
Yeah. Yeah. So I took a look.
Props to your uncle.
Yeah. That dude's pretty gnarly. He's awesome. But yeah, I was sold. I was like, yep, this is still plan A. So I went to college because my dad made me. I did not want to, because at 18, I could have started in law enforcement.
Oh, do you not need a college degree to move into crime scene?
Some places you do.
Okay. But not the degenerates down in Louisiana.
Yes. Well, so you do for certain agencies.
Okay.
For St. Tammany, you do. But experience can also qualify you. So you don't have to have a degree necessarily.
That's weird. You would, I guess I would just think all of the science and the math and all that shit that goes into that they would want like very specific
Everything
degrees.
is like hands-on training.
Okay.
Once I got into the actual crime lab and hired into that division, everything's hands-on training. You have your own FTO program, and then you go to external classes. Training.
Okay, so they do everything to prepare you for it.
Yeah.
Inside of the agency.
Yeah. College did nothing. College was, my dad wanted me to, because it's good to have.
Is it? Says who?
I don't know.
I always tell people my degree is in exercise physiology.
Yeah.
And I own a gym.
Yeah.
And not 0.5% of what happens here has anything to do with the degree I got.
Yeah. I think
It's a big old waste of time.
Society just puts so much pressure on people to have college degrees.
I know.
That now college degrees don't mean anything.
Well-
Because it's like everybody has them now.
Yeah, I think it was a big scam.
Yeah.
Just to generate money and then also fucking poison young people's minds.
Yeah. It's a $40,000 piece of paper.
Back in the day.
And maybe
it's probably
like
100,000
and it took
now.
me 5.5 years to finish a 4-year.
What were you
thing.
doing, young lady?
I was,
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I
Never
was having
mind.
a hard time, and I was like not giving a fuck.
Okay.
So I do finally graduate college, and then I start working in dispatch for the sheriff's office that I worked at, that I finished my career in.
So when you want to get into crime scene, it's kind of like, I know a lot of different positions in law enforcement are like that. It's like, hey, just get in where you can.
Yeah. You kind of have to do like the shit job.
Okay.
Just to get your foot in the door, and then you can transfer out from there.
Got it.
So when I started, and it kind of changed now, people will now like start wherever they want to start.
Just because they
Because
either
know somebody. They either know somebody. Well, mostly it's like a forced hire.
Okay.
Because they know somebody.
Got it. I see.
They're like, okay, you're gonna hire this person into your division. But when I started, it was either start in dispatch or start in the jail. And I was like, I'm not starting in the jail.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that.
Dispatch is kind of dark in its own way, though.
Dispatch was hell.
Yeah.
Dispatch is hell on earth.
It's like, it's usually a bunch of ladies. I shouldn't say usually. I've only been familiar with one dispatch center.
Yeah.
But it was like way down in the basement. It's dark.
Yeah,
and
there's never windows.
There's
Why?
there's no windows.
I don't know.
And it's, I mean, you're just sitting all day
Yeah.
and hearing people's worst moments. That sounds terrible to me.
Yeah. You're staring at like at least 4 computer monitors all the time.
Yeah, and high stress too, because like it's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, don't fuck that up. And we didn't have to do
What was going into that like?
terrifying.
Yeah, because you're what, 22 or 23 at this point?
Yeah. Terrifying. I gave myself stomach ulcers. I was so stressed out.
Ugh.
Because it was in 3 phases. So the first phase is call taking. And this is just how this agency worked. So you spend...
How did you answer the phone?
Hello, this is Megan. What do you want?
Yeah.
No, I would say, blah, 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 sheriff's office, Deputy Sellstrom. And then they'd be like, oh my God, I need help right now. And I'm like, okay, can you tell me where are you? And they start telling you the story from like 5 years ago. But so you do call taking, and then you do the radio training where you're actually like talking on the radio to the people on the road. You're actually giving them the call. They're giving you information, blah, 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 blah. And then you have the last phase, which is NCIC, which is like the database that, you run people in. So I did 2.5 years in hell because I had to wait for an academy to open up.
Okay.
So I had to go to the police academy.
So when you're waiting for an academy spot, is it the same academy as patrol officers?
Yes.
That you go to as crime scene investigator?
Yeah.
And at that point, are you already slotted to be into crime scene investigation, or is it just the next step police officer?
No, it's kind of just the next step. Because you don't have to be certified in dispatch, and you don't have to be certified, like post-certified in the jail.
But you do as crime scene investigator.
As crime scene, yeah.
So I guess my question is, did you ever have to do patrol time and then advance to crime scene?
No.
Or it's like, hey, you have to learn all this stuff just so you understand what it's like to be a cop, even though you're not really going to be doing that job per se.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think it also is like state standards. You have to go through this curriculum to be able to carry a gun.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. You need to be able to carry a gun.
Okay.
In crime scene for that agency.
Are you a sniper? You are, aren't you?
Oh.
Didn't you, am I having a false memory? Was it me and you, the walkback drill?
Yeah.
Okay, you are a sniper then. Yeah. It's a real memory.
Yeah, I was using a red dot though. I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah, you should be cheating when you're trying to win gunfights. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Very true.
Like people will say that with red dots on pistols. I never had anybody say that to me when I was an Army Ranger in Afghanistan. It's like, dude, that optic you got on your rifle is pretty nice. That's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. I'm alive.
Yeah, I'm alive. So
yeah. No, that was me and you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're a sniper. So good thing you went through that.
Yeah. Because I had to use my gun so many times against dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I go to the academy, and then after that,
was it 6 months or something? 5?
We started in October and we ended in January.
Oh, okay.
So it was like pretty short.
Yeah.
It was very short. And like in that we had all of the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, like it was very
Louisiana
short.
just don't give a fuck, dude.
No. And now it's like double that.
Okay, I was going to
Double
say, I
that
think
time.
they're normally like 6 months.
Yeah. Because it was in 2014 that I started the academy, in 2015 when I graduated.
Okay.
So because I started the agency in 2012 and then did 2.5 years,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. And then after that, just waited for a job opening in the crime lab. And so in my agency, there was only 5 crime scene technicians that would cover the entire parish. The parish, county.
But they knew that that's the direction you were trying to get to, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very upfront with the captain of dispatch at the time because I was like, this isn't my career. I'm working towards my career.
Yeah.
I will respect the job and do the job well, but this isn't where I'm going to stay. So don't expect me to stay. Don't have that expectation of me because I'm not staying.
Isn't that funny when like professional places inside of careers, people will be like, almost make it personal that you're choosing to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Like I got that when I left the Ranger Regiment.
Yeah.
My platoon sergeant's like, are you kidding? Mm-hmm. You have a fire team. You're going to leave these guys?
Yeah.
Right before we go back to war? And it's like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, right. Get
like
off
when,
my nuts.
Yeah, when is good enough?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So then you go through the academy. You're waiting to move into the crime scene. Are you back at dispatch during that time then? Got it. Carrying a gun.
Well, and that turned out to be some drama because I'm like, I can carry my gun now wherever I want to. I'm carrying it up in dispatch because why the fuck not?
Yeah, of course. Someone didn't like that?
No.
Jeez. It's always, bro.
Somebody complained and said that they didn't feel safe. And I'm like,
that a sworn police officer is carrying a sidearm.
yes.
Okay.
Who was the second best shooter of her class, was like after a dude who came from like all 4 branches of the military.
Yeah.
He beat me out. Okay, you're scared? Like, are you scared of me or are you scared of a gun? Because if you're scared of a gun, you need to get the fuck out of law enforcement.
Yeah. Or you just like causing drama between women. There could be that too. You guys are notorious for that.
I'm just hanging out.
I know
I'm
you
just
are.
there. I just want to answer a phone with a gun on my hip, you know?
So then you finally got that call, spot opened up, and you're
Yes.
like, yes.
Yes. So I interviewed for it and luckily got chosen and started in November of 2015. And that's when all the fun started.
Okay.
And it really did start off very fun.
What was do you remember your first call?
Yes. It was not a call that we would normally go to because we wouldn't go to every single death. Mm-hmm. If it was like a natural, or like somebody had cancer, like a medical issue, we wouldn't go to something like that. But I needed experience. So my first call was an elderly woman who had cancer, and she had passed from that cancer. And I remember it was like pretty stinky. And I say that like with the most respect that I can. But when you have
That
cancer,
bitch fucking reeked.
I'm just saying like how it was.
Yeah.
You know, dead bodies fucking stink. And she had been down for a couple of days.
Okay.
Plus cancer's like it's basically like eating your insides. So you're already having decay in your body, plus actual post-mortem decay. So it was very stinky. And I remember asking my trainer at the time, like on a scale of like 1 to 10, how bad is this? Because I was having a hard time.
And let me guess, a 1?
Yeah, okay. She put it very low on the scale as like a 3.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna I can't do this.
I can't wait to talk about the 10s.
Oh my God. Yeah, but I learned to buy a respirator, and you can't smell anything.
Just like from like a Home Depot painting respirator?
Yeah,
okay.
But you have to get like the filters that are rated for organic material. I think it's organic material. And you literally can't smell anything.
And the agency's not going to cover that. Like, sorry, that's out of pocket. Huh?
No, but it's only like $40. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll buy that. But what I found out, like from experience later on in my career, that first scene was actually like a 7.
Oh, really?
Like she was, yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty fucking bad.
She just wanted to sound
cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's nothing for me.
So then a death comes through dispatch, and if it seems natural, you guys aren't going to take it, but you have the option to if you just want to go get a rep and get some training or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a slow day. We're going to go examine a dead cancer patient.
Yeah, usually if there's somebody in training.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because with that call, it's more about learning how to photograph and document like the house. She was in a house. So there's like a certain way to flow through a house with a camera.
I see.
So your pictures are not choppy. You can follow your pictures because if needed in court, that's what they're going to show the jury. And you don't want it to be like squirrel moments, like kitchen, living room, bedroom, kitchen.
I see. So the way in which you try and document things is like
It's like a walkthrough.
a walkthrough.
Yes.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. So you try to keep it in flow. So at the very minimum, it's good training in documenting.
And then I would assume like if you document the whole scene, like, hey, this is from the front porch or whatever, going back and reviewing that stuff probably produces a fair amount of evidence in certain times.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like things that maybe a pair of shoes that wasn't there or something like at the time you're taking the pictures.
Yeah, we don't have all the information.
It's not you don't understand everything you're trying to capture.
Yes.
But when you go back through and review
You're like,
it.
oh, I got that in the picture.
Yeah.
Like, this witness said this in the interview. So you go back through the pictures and you're like, yeah.
There it is.
There it is right there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you would have to be meticulous as fuck then.
Yeah. Lots of pictures. Tons of pictures.
Thank God for digital cameras these days.
Dude.
Just take fucking 10,000, right?
Oh, yeah.
How many would you take at I guess it just totally depends, huh?
Like on a regular, normal death, and by normal, I mean like simple in terms of it's in a house. You don't have to like go walk through the woods into a shed and then there's a blood trail leading into the house that goes down the block too. Like if it's just a run of the mill, like dead person in the house, suicide or whatever, probably 200 pictures.
Okay.
Which is not a lot. I've also had calls where, and these are usually like very advanced decomps, decomposed bodies that have been down for a long time, where I've taken less than 20 because
there's just nothing there. Huh?
There's nothing there. The body is so badly decomposed that you can't tell anything. So, and it stinks really bad. So like I'd have my respirator on, but the smell gets caught in your clothes.
Oh,
it gets caught in
shit.
your hair. It gets caught in like everything. So I'd go in and like just snap, and come out with like less than 20 pictures and be like, that's all I'm going to get because they're still going to have an autopsy.
Yeah. Oh,
So
God,
I'm like,
dude.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
how are people? I mean, I guess it's a lot of people that are just living like fucked up lives, don't have family, addicted to drugs. Like,
Yeah.
people don't check in on them. But I mean, you're getting calls where people have been dead for what? What's your like a month? Have you been on that call?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like the longest amount of time. Probably a few months.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really like
Tell us about
sad.
that. Yeah. Nobody's checking in on them.
Yeah. I don't remember specifics. I just like the body was mummified basically. And I don't know exactly how a body gets mummified. I know that conditions have to be like perfect for mummification because in Louisiana it's hot.
Yeah.
So usually you just like turn into goo. Like literally you will be bones and goo. And it like it's so gross.
How long before bones and goo?
In Louisiana?
Yeah.
With no AC inside, you're goo within like a week,
Oh.
2 weeks. Not like complete goo, but there's goo.
I'll turn you to goo in a couple weeks. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to the wise tale that cats will eat your eyes out?
Cats will eat whatever on your body.
Oh, you've seen that?
Yeah.
Firsthand.
Animals, yeah. Animals
That's
will,
true. That's fact.
Yes.
You've heard it here on the Endless Endeavor.
Yeah.
Cats will eat your face off.
Yeah. Dogs, cats.
Oh, you've seen all of it, huh?
Yeah.
What? Tell me about the grossest animal eating their owner. You remember?
You know, it's weirdly not gross to me. Like, it is gross, okay, but like...
Dude, if Govan ate my face, it's a little
he's
fucked
trying
up,
to survive. What are you? Do you need your face anymore?
No, probably
okay.
not.
Yeah, little Go-Go over there needs food. We'll get him. Yeah, so it's not like... It is kind of freaky when you go in and like... And it's usually the more advanced decomps. That there's like animal activity on. I don't know if that's because
once it's goo, it's easier to lap up.
It's more tender or something, or if it's because it's been so long since they had food that they don't care anymore. I don't know which one it is. But I do like, and I have a huge soft spot for animals, especially animals on scene. One of my dogs that I adopted, I took from a scene. His dad passed because his dad passed of cancer, but he had been down a few days. And Jay never ate his owner, but I still would have adopted him anyway.
So if he'd ate that dude's face, you still would have adopted him.
Yeah, I'd be like,
no more face eating.
Figure out,
we're gonna feed you.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out how to clean your mouth.
Yeah. Okay. So
bring you in for a dental.
This is really important. If you adopted a dog after it's eaten a face, how long before it can give you kisses?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
God, you've lived a strange life.
I'm pretty fucking gross sometimes. But I don't like dogs licking me in the face and stuff. I really tried to keep that from happening, so I feel like it would be fine.
Okay.
You know, it'd be fine.
Is that your 3-legged dog?
No, that was the dog that I had. I had to put him down the day before I came to Washington for the first time.
Oh, shit.
Last March.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, little Mr. J-Man.
He had a long ride, though.
Yeah, he was, I had him for a year and a half, and he was like 12.
Oh, okay.
When he passed?
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so at what point was there no shock factor, or could it always come back based on the severity of it?
Yeah, there's always going to be something. And that's kind of when things started going downhill. Because I always heard that there's going to be that call that comes out. It's going to fuck you up. And I'm like, all right, well, when it comes, and I can control that. But for the first, and I don't remember what year this was. I want to say it was like 2018 or 19. So I had gone from 2015 to either 18 or 19 totally fine. Dealing with any and every type of call, children dying, elderly people dying, everything in between, violence, gore, it was fine. I could compartmentalize everything, no issue, until the call. And I had a double vehicle fatality investigation. And it rocked my world because I lost one of my friends in high school. Well, it was the first year in college in a car accident. And I'm always a person that like tries to figure out how everything went down, what everything looked like. Like I need details or my mind is going to go crazy trying to like find those details. So I always struggled with my friend's car accident because I didn't know how it was. I didn't know what she looked like. I didn't know the extent of her injuries. I just knew it was fatal. So my mind always ran wild. Fast forward to the double vehicle fatality. And it's 4 teenage girls that are like 16.
All in one car or two?
All in one car.
Okay.
And they are driving down this really long road that's very dark. Like there's no street lights. It's very long. It's winding. They failed to navigate a curve. They were going, I think, over like 116 in this little sedan.
Fucking mobbing.
Yeah. Yeah. And failed to navigate the turn, flew, like went airborne and clipped some palm trees and the neighborhood sign that was right there, split the car in half, completely in half. The front end of the car was on one part of the like entry to the subdivision, and the other half of the car was way past the exit of the subdivision.
So like how far apart do you think?
I'm a terrible estimator.
Okay, whatever.
So maybe like, well, let me think about like, about like 50, 70 yards apart.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah. And 2 people got ejected. Those are the 2 that passed. The other 2 survived somehow. The driver survived, and one of the other maybe rear passengers survived. The other 2 were ejected and were pronounced dead on scene. So I'm there and I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, this is catastrophic. This whole scene is just catastrophic. There's shit everywhere. The girls were rough. And so, and I could not stop myself from equating the girls on scene to my friend Brianna.
Of course.
And so I'm like trying to compartmentalize that and like push it away. But it was so hard. It was so hard because I'd look down at one of the girls and be like, that's probably what Brianna looked like.
Yeah.
And like, I would always help the coroner's office, like get the bodies and body bags and stuff instead of just standing there and just like watching them work. And so like I had tried to get one of the girls into the body bag, and like there were injuries that you couldn't see, bones broken that you couldn't see. And so when I lifted like her arm, it just was in pieces under her skin. And I was like, get me out of here. But I had to stick it out. I was the only one.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, are you close enough with your team to be like, hey, God, this isn't the one for me? Like, but I guess you already answered that because you said you were the only one there. So that's not an option at that point.
It probably could have been.
Because everybody would understand that. It's like, hey, this has a personal connection to me that's really hard.
Yeah.
Like, can I sit this one out? Like, does that happen in the profession? Or
It doesn't.
So you're a pussy if you say something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Which, like...
Because you guys need that.
Yeah. And I don't think that if I reached out to the right person of rank, then I would have been taken care of. If I reached out to the wrong person of rank, they would have told me to suck it up. There's no help coming. But yes, there was support there. I didn't ask for it, though. I didn't ask for anybody else to come out there with me to help me work it, because I was on that scene for hours. Hours. But I did know people on patrol. I did know people in the traffic division that were investigating it. So I had decent friends out there. And the first, like, one of them was a lieutenant on the road, and I walked up and I guess he saw my face because it was before I saw the bodies, but I saw the carnage of the car, and I was like, what the fuck? Holy fuck. And this was my first car accident investigation.
Okay.
And I guess he saw my face and he was like, what is wrong? Are you okay? And I was like, I don't know. One of my really good friends died this way, and this is my first vehicle fatality investigation.
Well, kudos to giving him honesty.
Yeah.
Instead of just, I'm good, I got it.
Yeah. Because he could see it on my face.
Yeah.
My face doesn't lie. I can't hide my facial expressions.
If it ever gets eaten up by a cat, you won't have them anymore.
I don't have any cats. So he was like, do you want to call and like see if somebody else can come out here? But I'm fucking stubborn.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be a bitch. So I was like, no. And also, like, this is part of the career. I can't run from this forever because that was the first one, but that wasn't the last one.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly see both sides of it.
Yeah. Like I can't be protected from it forever. It's part of the territory.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a very, very hard time after that investigation was done because the scene was done that day, but I still had to photograph the evidence that I collected. I still had to write the report. And so I'd have to go back through my pictures again to write my report and see everything all over again. And I just went down. I went down fast. And there was...
What does that mean, though? Like you started feeling like depressed or like anxiety?
It was overwhelming sadness and
Well, I mean,
panic.
16-year-old girls dying.
Yeah.
I can't think of a sadder, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But it was a lot. So it just kind of, I spiraled, I guess, because I couldn't, it was so much in my mind and in my heart, and it was so much on my nervous system that I was trying to push through, and I was still going to other calls, but it's like it blew my heart wide open.
And so like you're done with that, even reports, evidence, and as you're moving on into other, back on the road doing more work, that scene is still coming up in your mind?
Yes.
Okay.
And so everything, because that I didn't deal with it. I didn't deal with the emotional aspect of it because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know that was a traumatic event that people usually get debriefed on and given like an avenue of support. Like there was no, hey, this person, like we have the EAP, the Employee Assistance Program, where you can go and get free therapy. My lieutenant sent me a scanned copy of the EAP business card and sent it in an email with no other words. That was the amount of support that I got.
And you know what? It's not even like a dig at him because I just don't think the profession knew how to take care of their deputies and their officers and stuff emotionally for a long time.
Yes. But, and I don't want to like turn this into like a hate podcast, because I could go on for a long time, but, she did the job too. She put years in doing the same job.
Okay.
So how do you forget that you're a human being?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I got pissed. I was angry because I am hurting so much. And now it's kind of like
Did they know it though?
Some people did.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a few people there that did. But I started I went downhill. So I was always very productive, always very on top of my shit, getting my casework done with no backlog. I've stopped doing anything. I stopped doing anything at all. And so my backlog was just piling. I was like 6 months behind on reports.
Oh shit.
Like I legitimately stopped doing anything. I didn't care anymore. Like my motivation was gone. My psyche was in the dumps. Like I was struggle busting it hard.
Did you know at the time, or have you connected all these dots years later, that this was like the beginning of your downward spiral? Or were you just in the fucking storm?
I was just in it. I was lost in it at that time. I knew that this wasn't good. But I was
did you
so
know
lost.
that scene was kind of the catalyst for your mental decline?
There's part of me that did know that, because I kept thinking about people telling me there's gonna be that one scene. There's gonna be that one scene, and I was like, well, I guess my fucking one scene happened. This is it.
Yeah.
Like I knew that it had all of that impact on me that people said was going to happen eventually. And so I started reaching out for help on my own. There's a woman who started a nonprofit called Integrated Warrior Assistance, and she worked for the same agency. Her husband works still at the same agency, but she went back to school and became a licensed therapist and runs a nonprofit for therapy for first responders.
And what was it called again?
Integrated Warrior Assistance.
Okay.
Yeah. So I talked to her and she got me in. We started doing EMDR therapy. And it was life-changing. It took a while for me to like unpack everything because that call was the foundation. It seems like it was the foundation of my spiral, but everything else was still being put on top of that and tacked on. So there was constantly more shit happening.
Yeah.
That I couldn't deal with the way that I normally would have been because I was broken.
Well, and maybe your capacity to deal with shit was the cup was just filling, and maybe that really traumatic accident was the one that just made it fucking pour over too.
Yeah. I think it like exploded the entire cup.
Okay.
And it was just
yeah, there's
like,
no pour over.
There's no cup anymore.
There's just a detonation.
Yes. Yeah.
EMDR, I've heard of it, but just briefly unpack what that is.
So, and I hope nobody like actually trained in it comes at me and be like, you said it wrong.
I say it all the time. People are in their car. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like,
so it's based off of bilateral movements. So a lot of people will do like the light bar and it's got the ball going back and forth and you follow it with your eyes. So it's your mind is busy doing something or you tap, like anything bilateral. So you're kind of getting your mind out of being stuck in the emotion of it. So it kind of helps tone down the emotion of it so you can express and talk about everything.
okay.
So it's like you're kind of busying your mind where you can't go deep into your downfall and it opens up the doorway for you to be able to talk about it.
Okay. And that's done primarily through noises and lights.
Lights and then just body movements.
Body movements.
So
okay.
I couldn't do the lights. The lights made me dizzy. Like moving my eyes back and forth all the time. I couldn't do that. So I either tapped my hands left to right, or my feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It sounds so simple, but
it's very weird
the
way it works.
Yeah, integrating your body into things.
Yeah.
We're finding more and more that's like.
Yeah.
I mean, also, like, have you heard of binaural beats?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Like, maybe not the same exact concept.
Yeah.
But it's using sounds to pull you out of one brain state and move you into another.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you'd be able to use binaural beats because it's the same thing. It's left to right, left to right, left to right. You know?
I was doing, I feel like I have so much to do always.
You do.
Like last night I was in bed and I was doing elbow like rehab. Literally like passing out. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jenny, I don't have enough time in the day.
I have to do my elbow stuff.
I don't have enough time in the day. And she goes, none of us do. And then I was like, thunk, and I was out. But there was a time that I was being very consistent with binaural meditation where you put on headphones that specifically can play. They have to be binaural headphones. So the tones can go into the right or left ear as they're prescribed to do.
Okay.
And I would sit under my red light panel, smoke a little bit of weed and put those on and meditate.
Yeah.
And you go into like, I don't know where you go.
Yeah. Big journeys.
But it's big journeys.
Yeah.
If you guys can hear that wee in the background, it's because the studio's at a jiu-jitsu academy, as you know, and people are out there cleaning the mats. So,
Yay.
and I just always, that's the upside. Sometimes we hear people getting thrown, and it's like, especially if they're upstairs.
Oh yeah.
You hear like wham.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, apparently they're doing judo
Somebody's
upstairs.
gonna take you down.
Yeah. So you found that therapy to be obviously beneficial.
Yeah.
But did you never fully moved back into like love of the profession?
I did to a certain extent. I crawled myself out of that hole.
This was 2019.
Yeah,
Okay.
somewhere around there. But this was probably like towards the end of it, probably like 2020-ish,
Okay.
that I finally like clawed my way out of the hole. Because it went on for a while. It went on for a long time before I asked for help.
We're always our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
And we're embarrassed to ask for help.
Yeah.
It's like all that weird shit. Mm-hmm. And then when you move past that and you look back on your life, you're like, what was I doing?
Yeah, I'm being stubborn is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm being an asshole to myself.
Well, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Right?
trying to do better.
Right?
I am doing better.
You are doing better.
I'm here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was able to get to a leveled out point. And then I got into this like I feel like it sounds like the half of my law enforcement experience was super fucking depressing, and it wasn't. But there was very key depressing aspects that got me here today.
Okay.
Which is why I'm hitting on them. Like, I'm not trying to be like, my whole career was devastation, and like, no, I fucking loved that job.
And that's what
I had fun.
Yeah, you articulated that to me when you finally decided to quit.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna miss it.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
And it's interesting as fuck.
Yes.
And so it's like everything in life, it's a dichotomy.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So what was the next depressing event? Now that we've cleared that, we're gonna dive back in.
So I had always just in general struggled with my mental health. Growing up, I was like in and out of therapy in college. They had like free therapy program. I was in it. Just dealing with life shit and some like fucked up stuff that happened in early life. But I got into a relationship that was karmic. It was bad.
Why do you call it karmic? Because that tells me you felt like you deserved it.
I had lessons to learn.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to learn lessons the hard way because I'm stubborn. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Govan farted.
Govan just shit his pants. I'm so glad.
Bad.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because if you thought that was me, I was going to be horrified. So keep talking. I'm going to open the window.
Like literally just shit his pants. He's just laying there like nothing happened.
God.
So I was already kind of down. Like my mental health was kind of down. And I got into this relationship, which was fucking awful. And I had a lot of lessons to learn. It was, I don't know. I don't know exactly what it was. I haven't worked through all of the purposes of that relationship. It was awful. I lost a lot of friendships over it.
Was it abusive?
Mentally, not physically, but mentally.
Why in the fuck? Just try and... Why do nice, pretty young ladies find themselves attracted to fucking pricks?
Self-worth.
So you just... If you go back to the shit that happened to you when you were little, mm-hmm. something gave you a self-worth wound, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely carry that
because you don't believe you're a high-value person, I also need to be paired with people that are not high-value people.
Yeah, because we accept the love that we think we deserve.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
I don't remember where that quote comes from, but I heard it like in high school, and I was like, damn, I didn't understand it like I understand it now. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, it fucking hits. So I was accepting what I thought I deserved, and that ended with a suicide attempt.
From you?
On my part.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going there.
Yeah. Well, it's important to the
Of course
story.
it's important.
So,
how did you try and kill yourself? Pills?
No. So there was this road, and anybody listening that is from St. Tammany in Louisiana, will probably know the road. It's Highway 90 in south. I don't know. It goes to a bridge that goes into New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a back way. But Highway 90 is very like desolate. There are a few like fishing camps off of it because you're kind of like in the bayou area and like the Pearl River and stuff like that. It's a lot of waterways. But the bridge that connects the North Shore to the South Shore is called the Wrigley's Bridge. It is very high. And so I would often like take drives because we used to have to work like an evening shift until 10 p.m. So I would drive down that highway a lot to go watch the sunset because it was like beautiful sunsets out there. So I am in this mind fuck of a relationship. I've lost all of my closest friends. I have effectively isolated myself.
Did you lose your friends because they're like, what in the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And instead of understanding they're actually concerned about you,
Yeah.
you just met them with fuck you back energy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Basically.
you were stubborn.
I'm still stubborn. I'm trying to be better, but I'm still stubborn.
Self-witnessing is the first step.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so hard. But yeah, I'm stubborn. I'm also a Taurus, so I'm, stubborn like the fucking bull.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm basically in this like in a hole again. I found myself in a hole again, and each time I find myself in a hole, it's like it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And I am driving down Highway 90, going towards the bridge, and I am like an emotional mess, a wreck. And I'm in my unit, my police car, because I'm working, and I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking done. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I would like to start over. Like, end this one, let me start over again, because this is fucked. And I knew that getting to the top of the Wrigley's Bridge, because it's very tall enough to allow big ships to pass under it, that driving off the top of it is fatal. Either driving off or jumping off, both are fatal because it's happened before. And so I was just going to drive off in my police car, and they could find me when they find me. But I was done. So I'm like going like 70, careening towards this bridge. I'm like, I'm done. I'm so done. And I was very upset, but I was also peaceful. But there is an intersecting highway right at the foot of the bridge, and it's the last turning point before you have to go on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And something like I had this moment of clarity where I just like snapped out of this trance. I felt like I was in a trance of like, fuck everything. And I snapped out of it. I saw like the intersection. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And so I turned on that highway and continued to have even more of a mental breakdown. And at that point, I had stopped going to therapy with Julie. And I called her and I was like, I almost just killed myself.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I got back in therapy.
The 10 p.m. call that all therapists want.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually didn't call her that night because I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I didn't want to be a burden. I didn't want to be a burden at 10 o'clock at night. Because I tried to kill myself.
You could have called me. I didn't know you yet. Oh, that's semantics.
You did know. I did know you.
Oh, that was after Guns and Geese.
This was like 2022.
Okay.
Maybe 2023.
Shame on you then.
Yeah.
Was that when you hated me though?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. I was still on like
The anti-Greg
man,
train.
I love Greg, but fuck Greg.
Yeah. Dude, a lot of women in my life have been there.
Yeah. Yeah. So life continued, and then it wasn't that, so like in, what is it, 2024, that I started started listening to your podcast again. Because I took a break for a long time because you were angry, Greg, for a long time.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is too much. I can't. Like, I fully respect and understand why you're angry, Greg, but I can't.
Yeah.
So I had gotten to a point where like I was kind of over the job.
When did you walk away from the toxic relationship, though? That's important.
So the attempt, I don't remember what month the attempt was, but probably 2 weeks after that.
Okay. So you knew that this was toxic. It was making me want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Should probably. Regardless, not too long after that.
I think I actually might have broken up with him right before that.
Oh, right before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that, I think it was right before that. Yeah. Because he was being a fucking asshole. and I was like,
shocking.
Fuck this.
Assholes doing what assholes do.
Yeah. Which is, I'm very glad that he was an asshole because it made me break up with him.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, fuck you.
That's like when you're 14 and you're in the 8th grade and you're like, God, I don't want to dump my girlfriend because it'll hurt her feelings. So I'm just going to stop talking to her and then she'll dump me.
Oh yeah. Make it super easy.
Make it super easy.
Cool.
That's the 14-year-old male brain.
Yeah, really cool. Very
Or I'll just be like real standoffish and rude to her and then she'll dump me.
Yeah. You know,
but that's
unkindness is always awesome. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah. So, I got to a point where like, it's like a love-hate relationship where I love the job and I hate it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I started doing the thing more often where I would deep dive into people's lives from scenes. So I would want to learn about them.
So we'd like go to their Instagrams and shit like that?
Facebook, Instagram, just Google them, find out their accomplishments in life, how many kids they had.
So like you go scoop them up when they're goo, and then you're like, "What's up with this person?"
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that.
Like an invasion of privacy?
No. If it's on the internet, it's on like if people put it out there. That's on them. That's not on you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from the mental standpoint for you, it's like
it's terrible.
Because like we kind of talked about, scooping up people with ladles is just kind of like a mechanic tuning a carburetor. Mm-hmm. But then when you learn that carburetor went to college here and has these 3 kids and this is what they were striving to be and this was a goal that they never accomplished, like now there's some heavy emotions around that.
Yes.
So
I'm making
on one hand,
it harder for
I was just going to say, on one hand, it's probably kind of interesting, but it's going to make it harder on yourself.
Yeah, I made it.
And I think I would.
Harder.
I think I would do the same thing.
Yeah, because
I
like
do that. I do that right now with normal stuff.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, look at this house that's for sale. I like this house.
Yeah.
What's up with the people that live there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's look at this. Oh, let's look at this.
Right.
Oh, they're at an anti-ice rally.
Yeah.
Like just whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a true story. I was like,
I don't doubt that.
and so it's like I see the interests in trying to just put different pieces together.
Yeah, because it's all like a puzzle, and then there's it's a very human thing to do. I need nicotine. So.
Give me some of that, dude.
You denied it last time I tried to give you one.
Well,
you're like, nah.
That's because
I have to eat breakfast first.
I have to eat breakfast first. Yeah, I don't like to have chew in when I'm eating. I'm just not a complete degenerate like you
I
are.
am.
Yeah,
I totally am. So
are those 6s or 9s?
6.
Okay.
I will throw up on 9. So 6.
So will Val, our
Yeah.
women's coach.
Yeah, I heard.
She's like, hey, can I try one of those Zen things, Greg?
Yeah.
I'm like, do you use nicotine? She's like, no. I was like, well, these are 9s.
Yeah.
And I don't think they weren't Zins. They were these lone nicotine pouches, but they're 9s. And I was like, Val, 9's pretty hard, but you used to be a pro MMA fighter, so like, make your decision.
Yeah.
She's like, give me one of those things. She goes, so do you chew them like gum? I'm like, no. They just sit there. She puts it in and is like, oh, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
Yacked.
Yeah.
Yacked into the trash can. She's like, okay, I got it out of me. I'm good now.
I can't. There's like the ones that are like 15. I'm like, wow. I have a cousin that's a drill instructor for the Marines, and he does like a 15 and a 15.
Dude,
and I'm like,
30.
You're insane.
Yeah, it's studly.
You're insane.
Okay, anyways, before we got on the nicotine tangent, so you're looking into these people's lives.
Yeah.
At what point do you realize, like, dude, this is actually more toxic?
I always knew that.
So I said first time.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew I was stepping into danger territory.
There's no like moral dilemma with it though, right? Like professionally.
No,
Okay.
I mean, no.
That's what I'm saying. It's public information, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not using our computer forensics lab to like hack into their stuff or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just going like if their Facebook profile is public, I'm gonna go look at it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go look at their profile pictures and if they have kids because it's like a very human thing to want to put pieces together to explain why things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so if somebody like offs themselves when they have this like these pictures of all these beautiful family all around the house and there's no note, no explanation, you're like, what the fuck happened? What happened?
Yeah.
Something happened. And so then it's like your brain wants to find the puzzle pieces to fit it all together.
Well, that might even be actually something that lends to the investigative side of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it's your curiosity too, but if pieces aren't quite making sense and you can connect some dots and put some puzzle pieces together,
Yeah.
that's just being a good
But
investigator.
that was also like out of my scope of responsibilities.
I see.
Because I wasn't a detective.
I was going to say that falls on detective.
Yeah. I was basically a documenter and evidence collector.
Okay.
And that's basically it. So
you are a detective in a certain way, but it's very
For
specific
evidence.
to the evidence.
yeah, very evidence based.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not doing any interviews. I am looking at the evidence of the scene.
The
and
blood
seeing
splatter.
If it, I will kill you. and seeing if the evidence fits
I'll watch
the
you turn to
interviews.
goo and
I'm going to feed your face to Govin.
okay, there's the crazy.
You know, karma. Balance.
Yeah, so I mean, you say that was 2024? You started like...
I started realizing that like I was in a hole again. And that I started to realize that the job was killing me. And I started to realize that I was never going to make it to a 30-year retirement because it's a 30-year retirement.
And you're at this point halfway.
Not even.
Yeah.
Because I only finished out 13 years. So
Okay.
I never even made it halfway.
Okay.
And it's funny because I remember doing Guns and Geese 002.
Mm-hmm.
And
real OG.
yeah. Well, I couldn't make it to 001 and I was like, fuck, whatever. I'll do 002.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember you saying like people shouldn't be in law enforcement over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you need to have a career like a switch up.
Yeah.
Like you can't be doing the same thing. If you're doing patrol, you should like go do something else.
Well, and let me clarify that too, because I always say this caveat. If you love what you're doing, keep doing it. Like good cops that are motivated, that truly have a passion for it. I would never tell those people, don't live your passion, right?
Yeah.
I just say in my personal experience, the vast majority of people in law enforcement at that decade are hitting burnout.
Yeah, we're burnt out.
And if you're that person, don't give your life to something that's causing burnout.
Yeah.
Because guess what's going to happen? More burnout.
Yeah, it's not going to get better.
And then, I just found out last week, a friend of mine who was a deputy down in Los Angeles, retired, dead 6 months later.
Yeah.
And he hated the job when we were partners. And that was 2011.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, man, Troy gutted it out for another 10, 12 years just to go die. And it's like,
Yeah.
I hate that story.
Because it's like, but it's such a common story.
I know.
And my watch vibrated and just totally broke my concentration.
No, that's fine.
It's such a common story that people will stick it out because it is a respected career overall.
Of course. I think it's a respected career by most people whose brains work.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
There's shitty cops, and we've done plenty of episodes on them.
Yeah.
But I've also always stood by plenty of people I worked with, I don't think were exceptional at being police officers per se when it comes to shooting and fitness and capability.
Yeah.
But the overwhelming majority of them are good human beings.
Yeah, their heart is in the right place.
Yeah, and I like them as people.
Yeah. Yeah. So but like, and the benefits are good. Retirement benefits are good. They're great. If you can make it your full pension.
Yeah, but what is the prime of your life worth to you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you're 36 years old.
Yeah.
And you're still in your prime.
Am I? I feel ragged and old.
I got a decade on you, and I feel ragged too sometimes.
Yeah.
But I
no,
promise
you're right.
I promise you, if you'd pushed it until you were 56.
Yeah.
Well, now what? That's your whole life.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I am like, the clock is really ticking.
You've given your whole life to something that you were very passionate about for a period of time. Yeah. But now it's not only is it the passion may not be there, but it's doing the opposite. It's dragging you down.
Yes. It was effectively killing my soul.
Wow. Do you remember
my entire soul?
And remember, like we said, 20 minutes ago, you're like, even though it was killing my soul, I was still interested and fascinated by the actual casework.
Yeah. I loved the casework.
And so it's like, I remember, because we talked about it a lot before you pulled the trigger and decided to step away.
Yeah.
That was kind of your dilemma.
Yeah.
You're like, I like
so
casework. It's interesting to me.
Yes.
It's been my whole career.
Yeah.
And not just your whole career, but a career that you kind of fought to get to.
Yeah.
2 years in the dispatch dungeon and the police academy.
Yeah. And it was always plan A. I never had a plan B. I never had interest in anything else, doing anything else. I was all in.
Do you remember, because people like specifics, they like stories. Was there other cases where it was just like, fuck, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Give us some more
and
fuck,
this
man
one
cases.
is not through the court system. So I will give the gist of it, and I think that will explain, because not a lot of words need to be used for it. There was a 6-year-old boy who was killed in a hit and run, and that happened in.
Was he in a vehicle or was he
No, he
pedestrian?
was playing. He was playing.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just playing outside. So. And that didn't happen until I think like August. Somewhere around there of last year. So this was only a few months ago.
I can feel the energy of that.
Yeah.
Coming off
really
you right now.
Really fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Really heavy. And I'm still like working through that. But that was like the nail in my coffin for my career, because I knew I could not keep doing this. But I had already, that kind of skips forward a lot, because that was in the tail end of 2025.
So that was just the icing on the cake. The writing was already on the wall.
I think that was the universe saying, you need to go.
Wow.
Like, I'm going to make it really difficult for you because you need to go.
Yeah, you're not listening to your intuition right now.
Right.
Well, and a lot of times I have people say, well, bro, someone has to do it.
And I had that mindset
and
too.
I always say that someone doesn't have to be you anymore.
Yeah. Because that is a very common thing that was running in my mind. Like, somebody's got to do it. I will take on this. I will be the garbage can for humanity, because I am strong enough to handle it. It's killing my soul, but I can do it because I've been doing it. So I will take this on so that somebody else doesn't have to. Well, I was martyring myself.
And this is what I tell people because you're going to be shocked to hear this. I hear that very often.
Yeah.
Because people start to justify why they're going to stick it out, even though it's killing them.
Yeah.
And I say this, and there's truth in this. It's like however much you can give is good enough.
Yeah.
And if you gave 2 years, or you gave 6, or you gave 10, or you gave 30, whatever you gave that you're capable of giving is good enough. And that goes for soldiers too, because a lot of times soldiers, I just told you, my platoon sergeant's like, why are you leaving? We need you, right? So now I'm leaving the Rangers with a little bit of, fuck, man, they're disappointed in me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you feel like you left your people behind.
You feel like you left them behind. And what I think that is, it's the crabs in the bucket.
Explain.
You ever heard that analogy? You have a bucket full of crabs. when one is trying to climb out, the others in the bucket will reach up and pull them back in. Right?
Yeah.
They don't, and I don't say that like a conscious decision. Like Megan ain't gonna get out of here and enjoy her life. She's gonna be miserable with me. It's more of a subconscious thing, and it's like, as a leader, when one of your people comes to you and says, "Hey, I can't do this anymore," I think supporting them in moving into the next phase of life is something people should do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because who the fuck am I to tell you, no, Megan, you need to deal with dead 6-year-olds for another 20 years.
Right.
When you're sitting here telling me my heart can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, once your heart can't do something anymore, the process is now broken.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And you identified that.
Yeah. Because my heart was in shambles, but my body was revolting too.
Of course.
I was having migraines, and I never had migraines. So for the last 4 years of my career, chronic migraines.
So you probably got on some meds.
Oh, all the meds. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Wow.
did, because of course health insurance is like, you have to try the lowest of the low before we approve you for the best of the best. So it went on for years where the stress, the emotional stress, and just the on-call hours, waking up in the middle of the night to go deal with tragedy, would take its toll. And it did. I was having multiple migraines a week. I was missing work all the time. Eventually I got on good meds that kind of kept it at bay. I was having a couple a month. I haven't had a single migraine since I've been here.
Well, and by getting on good meds, they're more effective at numbing your emotions.
I wouldn't say numbing my emotions. They were effective at aborting the actual migraines.
Okay.
They would actually work. They would actually stop the migraine in its tracks. But my heart was still in shambles. It was still shattered. So to back up, I started listening to your podcast again. And there was that one podcast that you did with Christy. I forget the title of it. But she told her life story of being in the Navy, getting out of the Navy. And that was inspirational. That was holy shit. I feel everything that she's saying. She did it. She left. She chose herself.
Who you just gave a hug to an hour and 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Literally was in the
was doing
other
jiu-jitsu
room.
this morning. Yeah.
And I remember messaging you, and I feel like you could feel my energy from that Instagram message, because we weren't we were never close. We would talk every now and then on Instagram, but we weren't close friends. But I knew I had to reach out.
I would say we didn't know each other well, but there was an element of trust.
Yes. Yeah. We had that unspoken foundation that was built. And it allowed me to reach out to you because I needed help. And that message that I sent wasn't, hey, I need help. It was just, hey, this episode really hit me in my feels, and I feel like it was made for me, though I know it wasn't made for me specifically. It was made for me.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit more, and you were like, come up to Washington, come meet my people, come meet the community. And that changed my life. That was the corner that I turned. That changed, that set me on this path that I'm here on now. And I remember talking to Tyler and talking to Dawn. And Dawn, I wanted to come up here for spiritual healing in the ceremony space. And I wanted to be in the community. I wanted to be helped and held and loved. And there wasn't space this was in February of 2025. There wasn't space in the March ceremony. She made space for me because I think she knew that I wasn't going to make it much longer. I didn't have a plan of like another attempt of killing myself, but that is the direction I was going. I was not, and I tell people the job was killing me. I was going to never survive that because it would end up with either like health complications from the stress, or I was going to do it. I was going to take my life. I would never make it 30 years.
Yeah, you just can't be around darkness all the time.
No. And I got to the point where I literally couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to have to uproot my entire life. But that's where it ended up.
Well, you're stepping into the unknown.
Yeah.
You're in the unknown right now.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that because we got time. We got a half hour left.
Okay.
But stepping into the unknown is what is terrifying to people.
Absolutely. It is fucking terrifying.
And you remember one thing I said to you? I said, Megan, if you decide to uproot your life and move across the country and be around people that feel good to be around, and then you're here for 6 months and you're like, oh, these guys are just a bunch of wackos.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back home.
Yeah, that's always an option.
You can always pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important thing to highlight because in the career of law enforcement, you know, when I got into law enforcement in 2011, it was highly competitive.
Yeah.
Highly competitive. You had to test well. You had to show up and interview well.
Yeah.
It's not the case anymore where law enforcement is understaffed and undermanned. And if you were a good deputy, or is that what your title was?
Yeah.
If you're a good deputy, I would say there's a 99% chance you can go back and revisit that career if you want to.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Just understanding that can take away some of the fear because it's like, listen, I'm going to go explore something new and something different. And if it ends up being the path that I hope that it is, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And if it's not, I can take a few steps back and go back to this career and revisit how I want to navigate this.
Right. Because I left that door open for myself. Because when I left, I didn't like burn the place to the ground.
Yeah. I fucking hate you guys. Yeah.
Because I loved that job. Loved it. It was my heart and my soul. I loved it. I breathed it. I lived it. I had such a passion for it, and I still do. But it was killing me, and I had to face that.
What did you find up here that was so inspiring that you wanted to uproot and move?
This sounds dramatic, but I found myself. I found love and respect for myself.
Oh, I feel that.
Where I didn't want to continue being the garbage can for humanity anymore. Because I didn't deserve that anymore. You
can be so much more for humanity.
Yeah, I haven't figured out what it is yet. Because I'm still kind of like free floating around here. I don't like, my roots aren't really planted here. I don't know what I'm going to do next. But I'm still learning myself, and I still have a servant's heart where I want to do something to help humanity. So I had to choose myself. So I came up here and I found myself basically. And I found respect and love for myself, that I wasn't going to keep abandoning myself. So I came up here in March, and that was a weird experience, being in like a spiritual community, because it's not something that I was ever a part of. I've always been kind of like anti-religion, anti-God, like...
I think being anti-God and anti-spiritualness, if that's a word, is the darkness trying to hold you down.
Yeah. Yeah. And it comes from a place of hate.
That's what I'm saying.
And anger. But I came up here and I met people, and I felt genuinely held and supported and loved. I didn't have to do anything to impress anybody. I was just myself. I came up here completely broken, and people supported me. People loved me. People saw something in me that I didn't see yet.
Yeah.
And
my wife and all her friends saw it too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, wasn't that cool?
I remember you messaging me because I didn't get to see you that weekend. And you messaged me and you were like, hey, something like, glad you made it up here. Dawn loves you. And I was like, we're talking about the right Dawn, right? And you were like, yeah, Dawn loves you. And I was like, holy shit.
Well, and for people that may have not heard what this community does, is it's basically MDMA therapy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when people hear that, what people attribute MDMA to is raves and
Right.
parties and getting fucked up and having sex. And it's like, okay, sure, MDMA can be used for that. Or if you get a group of 20 people together that are just trying to show each other that you have value.
Yeah.
I hold space for you. I value you as a person. And people can hear this and think it sounds hippie and woo-woo.
It is hippie and woo-woo.
I challenge you to come
not a
out
bad thing.
and sit with a group of our friends. And here's the thing. I only do that a couple times a year.
Yeah.
I think plant medicine, like anything, can be like, oh, that felt good. Let's do that every weekend, right?
For sure.
I get that it's like everything in life. You can use it as a tool to betterment, or it can become your new like escape tool, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
And if you go into it with that understanding, like you came up here and did a MDMA therapy with me and a group of friends. But you know what else we did? We went hiking.
Yeah.
We went and watched seals catch salmon, right?
Hunt down and devour a salmon.
Yeah, like like you said, show me some Pacific Northwest shit.
Yeah.
And I was
You're like, I got you.
I got you. Not knowing that we would get to see that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But my point is, it's not just like, oh, hey, come up here and do drugs and then everybody likes each other. Come to the Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Yeah.
Like you've come to the Jiu-Jitsu Academy a handful of times.
Yeah.
And it's that same vibe.
It is.
We got people here that care about each other. We got people that want to work and train and become better. And man, once you're in a room of people, it doesn't matter if it's ceremony or if you're out hiking or if you're at the Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Once you're in a room of people that are like, man, we're here for each other and we care about each other.
Yeah. And it's genuine.
It's genuine. There's no bullshit.
Yeah.
When people feel that, they're like, oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah. This exists.
This is different.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what Bella said to me. She said, this exists?
Yeah. I had no idea that existed.
Yeah.
I thought like life was just competition and fake niceness and like faking care for people. But there's actually people out there that are your soul family that want the best for you and will cheer you on no matter what life choices you make, wherever your path leads you. You have people always in your corner, even if you fuck up.
Yeah.
Even if you go off the rails and you're like doing some shady shit, or like there's still people like we want to help people stay on the right path.
And that's where I think Dawn is masterful, because I talked to you, I said, Dawn loves you. And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I wasn't at your ceremony. So I'm going to guess, because guess what? I've watched her do this and she's done this to me, where you're in the medicine and you're discussing things. And what do a lot of people do? They try and they don't want to fully self-witness.
Yeah.
So it's like, so what about this is still troubling to you? Not much. I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
She's
like,
quit
bullshit.
fucking lying to me.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not here. You might lie to everybody else in your life and you might put on your fucking mask and try and hide. You're not here because you're happy with how everything's going. Quit fucking hiding.
Yeah.
And tell me the fucking truth.
Yeah. It's
about
like,
why. And it's like, oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah. She will call you out.
Well, but that's the thing, man. People interpret being called out as like a negative. Not if you're being called out from a place of love.
Yes, because it's for growth. It's for you. It's for you to stop bullshitting yourself too. Other people, but mostly yourself. And so March ceremony completely changed my life. It set me on a trajectory that was a complete 180 from what I was on before. And that started with a lot of being realistic about what my life was and what I was accepting into my life, and just like the day-to-day routine of just surviving. I wasn't living, I was just surviving. And so I came back in June, and the June time up here like broke me in the best way.
What do you mean?
Where it completely shattered my foundation of what my life was, what I was accepting in my life. It showed me that I have to make some big changes. I cannot keep down this path. Like, I have some huge life changes to make.
It was probably very beneficial that you bounced back and forth a couple times.
Yeah.
Because then you got to feel the contrast.
Yes. Yeah. I would come up here and I felt like I was myself. Mm-hmm. And then I'd go back home and have to put that same, like, get back into that same, like, program that I was running before of just going through the motions, and still kind of like being stagnant. So June showed me that I needed to make big life changes. I still had a choice to make. I didn't have to make those life changes. It was, do I want to have a better life and actually live, or do I want to stay where I'm at and just survive for the rest of my life? Mm-hmm. And that broke my heart. It broke my heart because I knew deep down that meant quitting my job. I knew that it wasn't feasible for me to do anymore. If I wanted to have a good life, I could not keep doing it, and I needed to move. And moving was something that I always wanted to do. I've lived in Louisiana my entire life. My whole family, my entire family is there, with the exception of a grandmother and 2 aunts. Everybody is in Louisiana. I have a couple cousins that joined the military, but other than that, nobody leaves. And that's a very like Southern thing. Nobody leaves their birthplace. Mm-hmm. But I always wanted out. I wanted mountains. I wanted actual like seasons, and not just hot and muggy all the time. Like,
I mean, I used to go down to Louisiana all the time to work with Lappin.
Yeah.
And I would think that every single time. I'm like, how the fuck do people live down here?
It's like a dragon constantly breathing down your neck, hot, nasty breath all the time.
Yeah.
So, and then I came back in October, and
you have a Viking heart. So like,
yeah,
in a past life when we were living in Norway together.
Yeah.
You're like, I like the cold.
Yeah.
I like the snow.
The mountains, like it just calls to me.
Yeah.
It is part of my soul. It has been in so many past lives. It's been a part of my soul. So I came back in October, and that's when I started to really like solidify things. I started talking to people and saying like, hey, I'm going to make these changes. And so many people said, I got your back. If you need places to stay while you're trying to get settled, I have an extra room. Mm-hmm. I have an extra bed. Come stay with me. So many people.
And it's real.
Yes, it was genuine. And it wasn't a, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you. Or, you know, like nobody asked for anything in return. Mm-hmm. They said, I'm offering you this because this is part of your life path and I want to support you in it. And that was wild. That was wild.
Because you never felt that before.
No. Because it's always been, I'll offer you this, but you have to do something for me in return.
Yeah.
You have to give me something in return. Whether it's like your support in like selling your soul, mm-hmm. kind of, for other people's generosity. And so in October was awesome. That's when we went hiking, mm-hmm. and I saw a seal hunt down and eat a salmon. And like, I was like, it was such a happy time because I realized like I can do this. I can actually do this. So I went home and the night that I got home from the October ceremony, my mom was staying at my house to watch my dogs for me. And I got home late and she was still awake, and I said, I'm moving to Washington. And she already saw the writing on the wall. She knew it was going to happen. She was just waiting for it.
And I'm going to assume your parents are, on one hand, sad that you are their baby girls moving across the country.
Yeah.
But did they also celebrate the fact that you were making this choice to step away of this thing that was just darkness?
Yes, because my parents knew that I was having a hard time.
Well, parents can read their daughters like a book.
Yes. And my face doesn't lie.
So they watched you degrading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they waited for me to like come to that conclusion myself. They weren't pushing me either way. But when I came to that conclusion, they were very sad. My whole family was very, very sad. But also very supportive. And I wouldn't have been able to make this happen without the support of my parents financially. Like my dad, and he's my stepdad, but he's my dad. He's been in my life since I was 2.
Yeah.
Has supported me so much in this move. Like,
Feels good.
It blows my mind.
Feels good.
It blows my absolute mind. That he said, you need to do this. I don't want you to leave. You need to do this. Let me help you.
Wow.
And
it's because he knew it was truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember you told me there was an element of concern from him, like his baby girl's moving across the country.
Yeah.
For your safety and your well-being.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm sure they'll listen to this episode.
Yeah, maybe.
And so, like, hear it from me. If anyone messes with Megan, we're going to drag them out in the woods and decapitate them.
Yes. Dad, if you're listening, this is the Greg that I told you would kill anybody.
Because one of the things I pride myself on the most is that I've created a safe place for people.
Yeah.
And people can like attribute like liberal weakness. Oh, a safe space. It's like, no. I'm not. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. It's not some fucking bullshit. People here are safe to be themselves.
Yeah.
And if you don't like that, fuck you and leave. Yeah. Right.
But there's safety because there is that element of violence.
Of course. And that's a reality of life.
Yeah.
Me and Tyler talk about it all the time. One of the reasons why people can be very vulnerable with people like me and Tyler is because they know, like, in the core of cores, if shit is to go sideways, we're down with that too.
Yeah.
It's not just a shaman shaking sage at you, promising you the fucking world. It's like, no. Like, life is gnarly.
Yeah.
And this community understands that, and we're going to support you. But if anyone fucks around, like, we're your people.
Yeah.
And that's like inside it. That's the tribalness of humanity that I think is missing.
Yeah.
You need those people in your life.
Yeah. You need protectors, and it's not even like just a female thing. Like, it's not that I'm a female and I need protectors. It's that everybody needs a protector of their heart.
Well, I was just going to say, it's a perfect balance because the feminine energy, you guys are protectors of our hearts and protect us from really ourselves.
Yeah.
And we can offer you protection from the world.
Yeah. Like physical protection.
The external world.
Yeah.
And I think when those two things marry up, it's powerful.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about this community is that relationship between man and woman it's not always sexual.
No.
Like, I hear people on the internet all the time. It's like, you don't need fucking platonic friendships in your life. I beg to differ.
Yeah.
I think platonic friendships are important.
Yes.
And
because it's so primal. And like, that's how it always was. You had your tribe.
Yeah.
And your tribe was your family.
And can fucked up shit happen? Of course, dude.
Yeah.
People can overstep boundaries or misread energy, all that shit, right? I'm not saying that our community has everything figured out and we're perfect.
Right. No, there's fuckery.
There's always going to be fuckery. But in its core, it's what we're trying to do.
Yes. Yeah. And there's that balance. And balance has been like an underlying theme lately. Like, I'm trying to bring in balance to my life.
Yeah.
Where it was so skewed for so long, there was no balance.
Well, you said as soon as you got up here, you got off your meds and you feel good.
Yeah. Well, I don't have health insurance, so I can't. I can't be on my meds.
Yeah, good. Blessing in disguise.
Yeah, but like I haven't had a single migraine, and it was all like it was all of the emotional turmoil that was manifesting in my body as migraines.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm still working on finding out what this new path is. I still don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what my next career will be. I have some ideas, but I don't know what that is. But there's a huge element of trust in my path, whatever it is. I know that I got myself. I know that my community has me. And there are times where I still feel like I'm like free falling.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm in a whole new state that's almost across the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first time I've ever moved away, like, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that, for having the courage to do that, because it was very hard.
Yeah.
It was very hard to move. It was very hard to leave the career that I loved, that I had such a big passion for. But I refused to stay in a place that was killing my soul and where I was stagnant. And it's more scary to not try this out.
Yeah.
You know, it's more terrifying to have stayed.
Well, you've worked through that cycle a couple times.
Yeah.
And you kind of know what awaits.
Yeah.
How was your agency I mean, you told me they're supportive of you.
Yeah. Like my core people that I work with every day, didn't want me to leave, which felt really good. You know, they don't want me to leave. They're not like, oh, hell
you.
yeah,
Get the fuck out of here, Megan.
Yeah. They were sad.
But I mean, if you articulate to them like you just did on the show.
Yeah. And I did.
It's hard to argue with.
I did. And I was because people knew, like I try to be an open book. I don't want to try to hide like my struggles and things that I've been through. Like it is what it is, because other people aren't going to know that they can get out of it too until people talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And know that like their struggles are actually normal. You're not special. And I mean that in the most loving way.
Yeah.
You're not special. Everybody has these same feelings. The circumstances might be different, but the feelings and emotions are the same.
Well, remember what you said? You said Christy's episode, I felt like it was for me.
Yeah.
There will be someone out there that this episode is for them.
Yeah. I truly hope so. Because I'm not sitting here trying to like toot my own horn and being like, I'm such an inspiration because I moved and I left the career. Because I still don't know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I'm just doing whatever. I'm doing whatever feels good to my soul. I'm choosing myself. And yes, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's fucking scary. It is terrifying. The months leading up to moving here last month was the hardest months emotionally. I was so sad.
Were you trying to talk yourself out of it too at times, or was it that it was done?
No, I knew. There's been this like weird knowing of it's time. This is the right spot that I'm supposed to be at. This is the right place. This is the right people. It was just like an internal knowing, very calm knowing. Mm-hmm. There were times where my brain would try to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know, this is crazy. And I'd have moments of panic where I'd be like, holy fuck, what am I doing? And then I would just have to remind myself, like, no, that's my brain trying to keep me protected from doing something big and scary. But I had to fall back into that knowing that I am doing something good for myself.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, it doesn't have to be forever. I will not go back to law enforcement because there's nothing for me there anymore. I will end up in the same spot that I was in before. and I
when
am
was
refusing
when
that.
was your last day?
January 14th.
Okay, so literally 1 month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your last like actual fucked up call? Were you working shit right up until the end?
I was off call 2 weeks leading up to me leaving.
Okay.
So basically, when we came back to work from being off for the New Year's holiday,
Yep.
I wasn't taking any more calls.
Okay.
That was my
when the
time to like catch
transition
up.
started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Catch up on my reports, get all my shit done.
All six months backlog, got it all taken care of.
No, I never got 6 months backlogged again. Yeah. There were times where I got like 2 months backlogged. Mm-hmm. But I never got that deep into the hole again with the backlog. And I was motivated to get my shit done because I knew what I was coming to.
Yeah.
You know, I at least knew that I was coming to a beautiful place with beautiful nature. I knew that. And I knew that I was coming towards a very supportive community. I don't know anything other than that. Mm-hmm. That's still basically all I know.
I think it speaks to your character though, that you're like, all right, I'm leaving this career. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to button up all the loose ends and make sure that when I walk away, the cases are tightened up and everybody has what they need.
Yes, because I'm not trying to fuck anybody over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not leaving angry. I'm not leaving because I was done wrong or done dirty. Nobody did anything to me. I'm not like, I didn't get fired for a video that I posted, you know? So I didn't want to leave my coworkers like high and dry and cleaning up my mess.
Yeah.
That was important to me because me leaving at the time, there was still only 5 people covering the entire jurisdiction. And so me leaving put them down a person, which is a lot when you only have 5 people. You know, so people are having to pick up more on-call shifts more frequently. The rotation for calls runs through faster.
Yep.
Because you lost a person.
And like you can attach like personal emotions to that. It's like, man, I left and now Jessica has twice the workload or whatever, right? Yeah. But another thing that's important to remind people is whenever you leave personally, I know that we all think we're the most important asset of our agencies, but the machine will keep churning. Oh, yeah. And it will be okay.
Yeah. My job, I don't know that the job was technically posted before I left, but it was filled within like 2 weeks of me leaving.
Okay.
So life moves on.
Yeah.
Life carries on. My spot will not always be empty. There will be people that will take the reins and start their career and do that.
And face a bunch of darkness and get depressed and have to claw their way out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. If somebody came to me and said, like, if my oldest niece came to me and said, like, hey, I want to do crime scene, I'd be like, you need to really think about that. Yeah. I don't have regrets. I loved my career. Absolutely loved it. But you need to be aware of the darkness. Yeah. And the fuckery.
Well, dude, that's the thing that I think we need to be open with all of our soldiers and first responders. Yeah. Because think about it. If you had a knowing about this from the beginning, I'm not saying that having a knowing is going to solve all the emotions that come around watching 6-year-olds be killed, right? Yeah. Those are still going to get to you. But just the awareness alone puts you in a much more powerful position than feel like you're getting blindsided. Yeah. Because a lot of cops just like, they feel this shit like weighing them down. And what do? They just drink alcohol and shove it further down.
Yeah. You outsource your comfort and your emotional well-being. You outsource it to things that are just killing you even further.
Dude, I'm fucking proud of you.
Thank you.
Seriously. Like, it's a big deal. This is a big deal. Yeah. And people are going to feel power from this. Yeah. Do you remember what I said like an hour ago that we would circle back to that?
The alligator?
No, the alligator's, that's coming too. We got 10 minutes left. The alligator's coming. Okay. There's one other thing though, and I forgot. I was like, God damn it. All right, so let's tell the alligator story then. Because I received photographs from a deputy you guys worked in the same agency, right? You and Lappin?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I mean, I think he also did like reserves for a PD that was local, but yes. Yeah.
he was on the SWAT team
Yeah.
that was part of your agency.
I think so.
And he's like, bro, you're not going to fucking believe this.
Yeah. Because
right?
it was wild.
And then you're like, those are my pictures. How did you get these?
I know. I was like very, not even like protective and be like, no, bitch, those are my pictures. I took those. Like, let me tell the story.
I get to tell Greg that story.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yes. This is my story.
So tell the story.
So it was after a hurricane. Hurricane Ida came through, and Ida pushed a lot of floodwaters up. And then in the parish that I lived in, there was a lot of low-lying areas, a lot of like bayous, and the houses that were right on the bayous were built up off the ground, typically like 14, 20 feet off the ground.
Just anticipating flooding.
Yes, because you're in a major flood zone. So a hurricane came through and brought a lot of floodwaters. And the water doesn't immediately recede after the storm passes. It stays and it slowly goes down because all of the waterways need to go down. So it was maybe like the day after the storm passed through, and it was this older man and his wife lived in this house. And he went downstairs. So like the first level that was like a garage. Most people like the first level underneath their actual house, they use it as a garage. So he goes down there and he's wading through like waist high water. I don't know if he was checking on his stuff or something, but he's right on the bayou. So it's like alligator territory. Alligators are everywhere. And this motherfucker was huge. Like
14 feet, right?
something like that.
Yeah,
like almost 600 pounds.
It's a dinosaur.
Yes. Yeah. Like prehistoric.
See, another reason to leave Louisiana. No dinosaurs in Washington.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure y'all have some other wild shit. Y'all got like Sasquatch and stuff over here.
Yeah, Sasquatch doesn't fuck with you though.
So he goes downstairs and he's wading through the water, and this alligator just like is hungry, I guess, and is like, I'm gonna eat you. So he grabs the guy. I don't remember if he like grabbed him by the leg or by the arm. And he's obviously like screaming. So like when alligators attack, they barrel roll you. So like they'll latch on and just tumble in the water. And
ripping whatever they have a hold off.
Yeah. So the wife comes outside, and I don't know if the alligator had unlatched at this point, if the chaos was done for now, but she was able to get him like halfway up the exterior stairs that led into the house.
Okay.
And then there's no cell phone service. So like hurricanes will just completely wipe out cell phone service and power, everything. So she gets in this like canoe, basically, and canoes down to the entrance of the subdivision where we had high water vehicles stationed.
Okay. And he's on the stairs.
He's still on the stairs.
Got it.
Yeah. Like, and I don't know if it was his arm or leg, but he's bleeding.
Yeah.
Like he's very injured. So I don't know how long it took her to get to the front of the subdivision, and then they came back and he's gone. He's gone. And there's like blood on the stairs from where he was, but he's nowhere to be found. And
he's like 75 or something, right?
I don't remember his age.
Old man though.
Older.
Okay.
Yeah. So this alligator was so big, and they're very territorial. So once an alligator gets that big, they basically have like run of whatever square mile radius. So there's no other alligators in the area because this thing is so fucking big. And
he's not going to leave either.
No, like that's
his territory.
Yeah, that's his territory. Like normally it was in the bayous, but now there's water everywhere, so the whole area is a bayou for him. So we hired alligator hunters. So there's like people that actually hunt.
I've seen the show.
Yeah.
Which is also in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they're speaking a language I can barely understand.
Yeah, it's like Cajun.
They claim it's English, but
yeah, it's Cajun. Like English and French and just kind of like backwoods, whatever. But they hunt down and find this alligator very easily, and kill it and bring it back to their like shed. And they do a necropsy. So like a necropsy is an autopsy except for an animal. And so I get called out there to document the necropsy. So they have him like laid out on this table that's probably as long as this table, maybe a little shorter. So it's like head, it doesn't fully fit. Like its tail is like hanging off, its head's hanging off. But we have basically like the abdomen of it, belly up.
And you're pretty sure what you're going to find at this point?
Yeah.
Or are you kind of like, what the fuck is about to happen?
Yeah, we knew that he was in the belly of the alligator. So,
dude, I've never heard of an alligator eating an entire person.
Yeah.
It's fucking insanity.
Yeah. And this alligator was so big. I don't know if it's possible normally for an alligator to eat an entire human, but this alligator was so big that it was like nothing. And I didn't know this. I learned this, but alligators digest very slowly.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like this, I don't know, it's been like a week or so. And I'm like, there's not going to be any bits left in this alligator's stomach. It's been a week. But I didn't know they digest very, very slowly. So they cut open the alligator's abdomen, and there's just full body parts. It's not like there are chewed up sections of it, but there's like a whole foot, a whole hand, a whole arm, the jaw, the nose. Like you can make out human features.
You can see the head.
Yeah.
Like swallowed his whole head.
Yeah. And
I wish I could post the pictures so listeners could see it.
It's so wild. Dude, it's so wild.
When I got those pictures, I was like, what in the fuck is going on? It swallowed the entire man.
Yeah. Yeah. In bits and pieces, but yes. And
that's like you said, they grab something, roll, rip it off, swallow.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it's not like it swallowed a whole man in one bite.
Right.
But the whole man was in there.
Yes. Yeah. So we recover everything from the alligator's belly and photograph him, and it was pretty crazy. From what I understand, the son of the victim wanted the alligator's head taxidermied so he could hang it on his living room wall. And I kind of thought that was kind of badass, because it's like saying, you killed my dad, but now I have your head on my wall, you motherfucker.
Well, I'm here to tell you, if some beast, man or beast, killed one of my family members, I think I might want that head. But then the other side of it, because I mean, I've lost my dad, right? And I didn't lose him under traumatic circumstances like that per se. But I don't know if I would necessarily want to be reminded every single day of how he got killed. Yeah. Yeah, there's a part of me that's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, yeah, and maybe,
but that's his choice, right? Yeah,
maybe it's not hanging on his wall to this day. I don't know. But I have a souvenir of that call, because I looked it up. That hasn't happened recorded since 1774 in Louisiana,
shit, dude.
Yeah. So I'm sure it's happened, but in recorded history, not since 1774. So I'm like, I'm taking something home. I
mean, we joke that you have dinosaurs down there, but statistically, alligators aren't super dangerous.
No, they're very docile.
Yeah, when I went through ranger school and I had to live out in the swamps for 3 weeks. Yeah. And ranger school was founded in 1952, and we're out there with the alligators pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
And a ranger's never been bitten.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in fucking 70 years... no one's been bitten. That lets you know that, because
1770.
Yeah, fucking hundreds of years. Now, if you were trying to do that in the Nile River, there's 100% chance you're getting eaten by crocodiles. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, but alligators are typically like...
Well, maybe it's just because they're typically smaller, right? Because that thing was 14 feet and decided it's time to start eating humans.
Yeah, right.
Fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
What was the souvenir you took? A claw or something?
Yeah, they cut off its, I never know if I call it like a paw or a hand.
Oh, you got the whole hand?
Well, they gave it to me, but then I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? I wasn't thinking. I have regrets. But I basically took its claws. So I have 2 of its claws. I gave one of its claws to one of the guys that helped hunt him down, that worked for our agency.
Yeah, I don't know if I need a whole alligator hand.
Yeah. It'd be pretty fucking cool though to get that taxidermied.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's what I have. Yeah.
That's nuts, dude.
We might need to pause for a second.
No, well, we're at 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Oh shit.
So we're gonna wrap it up.
All right.
But now that you live here, literally you're across the street.
Yeah.
So if I if I ever need you to get back on the podcast with a quickness, I know where to find you.
Yeah.
No, I just love sitting down with you. I love talking to you. I think you're an awesome person.
Yeah.
Like me and this community love you and have welcomed you. And that's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
You made the choice, you uprooted your life, and now you're in a new phase.
Yeah.
And it's fucking exciting.
Yeah. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, but I'm just following it. I'm following the pull and we'll see where it goes.
Okay. Are you good with me putting your Instagram in the show notes below?
Yes. I will say my page is private, but if you send me a message, I will check the message requests. Those are open and available for people to message.
So if you are somebody that is listening and feels like you felt listening to Christy and it's like, man, and here's the thing, like the podcast isn't gigantic, but it has a big enough reach where we are impacting people's lives.
Yeah.
And I hope that it does this for somebody.
Yeah.
So
I think that it will. And I hope that if it has like touched somebody's heart, or if they're going through that same thing where they feel like they need to make a change, I hope they do reach out, because it's better when you have somebody that understands it, that understands the hardness of trying to make those changes.
And don't reach out to her asking for alligator pictures, because you ain't gonna get them.
I'm not sending them. Yeah. Those are mine. I get very protective of my photos.
All right. Thank you so much.